I have spotted in my YouTube feed this video. This is made by a gamer called Silver Knight. We are about to watch this video and score from 1 to 10 how useful the tech actually is in practice. Reverse backstep. Honestly, there is like plenty of problems with reverse backstep. It is huge giveaway for your opponent about what you're going to do and goes out of the move that has no iframes whatsoever. So because of that, I would give it like a 3 out of 10, when 1 would be completely useless, 2 would be maybe useful in like a 1 situation, and then like at 3, like barely fucking useful, but in the form of the knowledge check. So I think that's fair. Alright, another one is reverse quick step. It's essentially reverse backstep, but with the iframes. It can turn around invasion by just like landing backstep on someone, but rather rarely going to actually happen. I would say it's mid, and I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. Reverse feint attack. Fuck. This guy is a fan of reverse stuff, dude, like for real. Reverse everything, dude. 1. If you are going to do it against anyone that is somewhat in understanding what is going on the battlefield, you are gonna get punished. Fast flask. I actually published video on it long time ago. I honestly tried to use it for a while and ultimately I just stopped. So ESTUS cancel in super niche can actually work, but the fact you have to crouch for it, I can maybe count on the one hand how many times it was actually useful for me. It's definitely 2 out of 10. Oh, he's actually, yeah, he's using the drop. That one is definitely way more useful. The question is how good, because it might save your fucking life, but it is also very dependent because, well, if you don't have environment, you just cannot use it. Yeah, let's go with 6. Let's move forward. Perfect block. Well, perfect blocks are very fun. It is not that easy to pull off though. I think in 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. Does latency affect it though? Technically it doesn't, because block is registered locally, but it does in the meaning that what can you do after the perfect block. The higher latency, the harder it is to pull off the backstab or even regular hit after the perfect block. That's why I'm actually more thinking about 3 than 4. Alright, perfect block is going to be 3 in such case. Block cancel. Well, block cancel is super useful. This is actually like something that everyone's supposed to learn. That being said, it's not as useful in this game because of power and popularity of the power stance. But it makes the difference if the weapon is usable or not very often. After patch 1.09, R2 hit stun on the Casti is nerfed, so it's not as usable as it was, but you can use the block cancel to still get your R2s fast and surprise your opponent. It's very good. On certain weapons, it's fucking like absolutely amazing. Everyone's supposed to know how to block cancel. Just because power stance is so popular in this game and vast majority of the best setups are just power stance setups, then I think I am not gonna give it 10 out of 10. I think it is 9 just because of how the game is. Alright, wave dash. So there is a problem with wave dash. I think it was the most important tech in the game for a while, but not after the nerf of the stamina regen on the crouch. Like, wave dash is definitely super fun to do on certain weapons, just like a matter of mid to good, in the meaning that the weapon would be absolutely bad or mid without the wave dashes. Like power stance great spears are literally usable and powerful only because of the wave dash. I would say block cancel and wave dash as important, so we're gonna go with 9 out of 10. I could agree that block cancel can be more useful depending on the setup. Let's go with 9 out of 10. I think like this is just fair. Alright. Wiggle tech. What are you doing? Wiggle Tech is a joke. I made this video as a fucking joke. It's like people in the community doing it for fun. Maybe people mistake it for blending though, which is something else. That's wiggling. You say 20 out of 10. I gave it 12. You know what? 25 out of 10. It's just that good. The most OP tech in the world. Okay, let's go with that. GG. All right. Spin tech. I am... Nah. It's just strafing, essentially. Gonna put it in spin tech, and then I'm gonna add question mark. You can strafe your opponents, you can outspace your opponent, you can blend your attacks. So this is actually quite useful. Technically, this is just strafing, and strafing is super important in this game. We are giving it question mark, we're gonna come back to the spin tech. Sweeping jump attack. So it's like 180s. It is HTS exclusive tech, not exactly though. You can still use it on other weapons that have very long active hitbox on the jump attacks, but it is the most useful indeed on the HTS. Also, it's pretty good on the TS, yeah, like the thrusting swords. Insanely good on HTS because of the 4 frames. So 4 frames of the active attack allows you to cover like entire 180. It's at the very least mid, so this is at the very least 5 out of 10. But the question is like if that's like 6, for example. I would say like a 6 is probably quite fair. It is worth to know it and can be very useful in many situations. So alright, another one is bunny hop and long jump. So here is the thing. In duels, bunny hopping, it's like a good thing, but it is especially useful in the invasions to navigate environment better. It's not as important, without a doubt, like, for example, wave dashing, like a block cancels, but if pivot cancel is on 8, then I think this is also supposed to be 8. Mandatory? I wouldn't say it's mandatory. You have also 2 different ways of doing bunny hops. One way is you just holding the block and then you jumping repeatedly with like a small interval on the ground. By doing so, you are not losing the speed, because normally it would be like this, yeah? And another one is you let off the sprint in the air, and then you click it again or hold it again when you're on the ground, and then like after small interval you're jumping again, yeah? 9 for invasions and 7 for duels. That's actually fair, honestly, because yeah, like in situations like this, it is fucking amazing, yeah? You can navigate environment so fucking fast. And yeah, but in the duels, it is just not as useful. So yeah, I think 8 is fine, yeah. 8 is fine. Delayed 180 jump attack. Overall delayed attacks, they can be useful. I would say delayed jump attacks. How useful is delaying the jump attacks in the actual practice? It's a good mix-up, yeah, or like it might fuck you up. I honestly have problem declaring how important is delaying the attacks after the jump. Like, they are good, but at the same time, it's very situation dependent. So they are not like a mid, they are higher than mid. But how much higher? Minimally higher? We need a poll, guys. Well, by 1 vote, it's honestly it is 6.5, but whatever. We're just gonna go with 7. Let's get back to the spin tech. This is Soap doing funny thing.
Man, yeah, of course. These things take for fucking ever.
What? Bro.
Cool. You managed to fucking make 2 reads. How many times this tech fucked you over? Being serious, spin tech, like in the meaning that just using the spin to strafe the attacks. I would say it is very highly dependent on the read. I would say it is better than mid for sure. It's just that it requires shit tons of freaking practice and very good reads. And because of that, like the scoring have to be lower. Like it cannot be like, for example, 9, 8, or like it might be 7 or 6. It's very good, just in case. Okay, we're gonna run the poll. All right, so people voted 5. Honestly, I don't think that's the case. I would give it, from my perspective, probably like a 7 out of 10. average perspective, I would give it like 6. 5 is too low, but hey. Vox Populum, Vox Dei. Therefore, we are going for 5. Reverse, momentum jump. It's great because it fucks up people's perception of actual... oh, this is another tech. It fucks up people's perception of spacing the jump attacks. And yeah, it blends, it doing so many things at once. It's pretty fucking good. It's easy to do once you're gonna actually be acclimated with how it plays out. Reverse jumps. I wouldn't say it's 9. I wouldn't say it's as important as wave dash or block cancel. Pivot cancel has 8. I would say 8. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Alright, backwards jump. Oh. Okay. He is actually using that kind of weirdly. It's also like a technically tech of mine, but backwards jumps are... It's kind of a meme. Like, you can essentially, you know, do the jumps and even like have some fun with like doing them on the side. You can do actually like complete side jump backwards and forward. It's really not that useful. I would even give it 2 out of 10. It is very telegraphed. Oh shit! The gamer fucking... I think he's a fan of the reverse jumps. Or backwards jumps. Therefore got upset spaghetti. Oh my god, the hunchback tech, let's go. So the way how you are executing it is you are, for example, gonna give yourself nothing on the offhand, but on the soft swap on the offhand you are going to have the actual weapon that you can use in the power stance. You sprint, crouch, and the input dropped, GG. So yeah, you just sprint, crouch, then you click the soft swap like I just did, and now you are kind of running in the hunchback mode, and then you let off the sprint and you can release the crouch attack out of, well, essentially the sprint. I would say that's quite good in the invasions to surprise your opponent. Sprinting up on them is giving you essentially the surprise, yeah? I would give it like probably 3 or 4. We go 3. Wild Strike cancel, what is that? I am not sure what he means by cancel. Ah, okay, got it. He is cancelling the Wild Strike on its own into the R1, yeah? I thought like it's like he cancels animation somewhere, but no, he is just cancelling the Wild Strikes. Let's give it mid. It is a mix-up for relatively good Ash that is allowing you to reset poise, yeah? Since mid, I would give it 5 out of 10. Sprint storage. Well, that is way less useful than it might look like. And it might also fuck you over quite hard overall. It's like double-edged sword. Sprint storage, you can use it to surprise your opponent. Usually, what you're actually effectively doing is that you are giving to your opponent actual information about your shenanigans, about what is your plan. You are starting standing still, you are not in the movement anymore. You can do regular attack out of it. Or surprise someone with the running attack, sure. But because you are standing still, you make it like very clear when the startup of the attack goes off and so on, which makes it easy to simply dodge. I would give it 2. Drift tech. The funny thing about this drift thingy is you can, at the end, just lock on your opponent. And by doing so, you are actually increasing the tracking that normally would be dog shit. So that's basically how it works. You can also just literally do it with no lock, yeah? Yeah, I think it is 2 out of 10, honestly. And that's gonna be fair. Like, once someone knows what the fuck is going on, this tech becomes worse and worse. Stationary sprint grease. So here is the thing. You can apply the status effect in the run, and yeah, that's like pretty much how people like do it very often. But you can crouch and essentially like buffer it. But I'm not sure actually how to do that. Okay, like this. Honestly, that's a good mind game. You have like to crouch, give it a second, and then it kind of looks like you would be lagging. And then you can do like running attack immediately out of it. Honestly, this is not bad. This is actually pretty fucking good. So I'm not sure if 7, might be 6, I don't know. How noticeable it is like in the middle of the fight. 6? I will give it 6. Yeah, I think 6. But this is like a 6 in question mark, in the meaning that it might be even fucking 8. It might be 5. It might be 4. I think I'd never seen anyone really using it on the comp scene. We definitely gotta have to look further on it. Chain casting. PC lag moment, real? I don't know, man. I'm like... Chain casting, back in the days, it was 10 out of 10. Nowadays, first of all, chain casting is a glitch. It is like, you know, glitch that got essentially removed. Like right now, like in comparison to what we had at the beginning of the game, it is just so much worse. And also question is, do we include the glitch casting? Difference between chain casting and glitch casting is that like a chain casting is when you share actual animation just by canceling it a little bit. And chain casting is like you have freaking pebble animation that hand moves to the side, yeah? This is basically the difference, yeah? So this is essentially what the community was calling the glitch casting back in the days. If we are like consider chain casting and glitch casting at the same thing, chain casting in the past was 10 out of 10. It got like a lot of things was like removed from the game completely. You can do the chain cast or glitch cast out of the jump. It's still very powerful. It might be powerful. Now, like usability of the chain casting, I think like if it works, it's fucking 10 out of 10. It might demolish people. If it doesn't, it is fucking very mid. I would say we give it 7 and call it a day. Okay. 76 out of 10, I think. Maybe even 69. Okay, listen. You cooked. Alright, so this is our list. That's how it looks like. If there is some inaccuracies, then, well, maybe I'm going to address them later. Probably won't. It's not really that serious of the thing. And yeah, we done with it. Like, you all fucking need freaking touch grass tech. It's 1 out of 10 because it's not accessible for any of you freaking Dark Souls players.
Riposo. Oh, hello, gamer. Memories broken, rhythm goes unspoken.